Okay. My camera just shut off for no reason. Because no storage. But we keep going. So not didn't think twice about it either. Blood on amusement parks isn't unusual. Mostly it's some kid who gets overexcited and has a nose gusher. You find out you find out for yourself. Just make sure you wear your own gloves when you do the cleanup in case of diseases. They have them. They have them all. They have them at all the first aid stations, and there are first aid stations all over the park. Nobody noticed that he got off the ride without his date. Wait. Nobody noticed that he got off the ride without his date. Nope. This was mid-July, the very height of the season, and the place was a swarming madhouse. They didn't find the body until 1 o'clock the next morning, long after the park was closed and the horror house work lights were turned on for the graveyard shift. You know, you'll get your chance to experience that. All the happy helpers crew get cleanup duty one week a month, and you want to catch up on your sleep ahead of time because that swing shifts a, a booger. People rode past her until the park closed and didn't see her. Wait, people rode past her until the park closed and didn't see her? If they did, they thought it was just they thought it was just part of the show. But probably the body went unnoticed. Remember, if they did, they thought it was just part of the show. But probably the body went unnoticed. Remember, Horror House is a dark ride. The only one in Joyland as it happens. The only one in Joyland as it happens. Other parks have more. A dark ride that struck a shivery chord, but it wasn't strong enough to keep me from finishing my soup. What about a description of him? Maybe from whoever served them at the restaurant? What about a description of him? Maybe from whoever served them at the restaurant? They had better than that. They had pictures. You want to believe the police? You want to believe the police made sure they got on TV and printed in the newspapers. You have to you want to believe the police. You want to believe the police made sure they got on TV and printed in the newspapers. How did that happen? The Hollywood girls, Miss Shaplaw said. There are always half a dozen working in the park when it's going full blast. There's never been anything close to a cooch joint at Joyland, but old man Easterbrook didn't spend all those years in rolling carnies for nothing. He knows people like a little dash of sex appeal to go with the rides and the corn dogs. There's one Hollywood girl on each helper team. You get yours, and you and the rest of the guys on your team will be expected to keep a big brotherly brotherly eye out in case anyone bothers her. They run around in these short green dresses and green high heels and cutie pie green hats that always make me think of Robin Hood and his merry men. Only they're the merry chicks. They tow speed graphic cameras, like the kind you see in old movies, and they take pictures of the roofs. She paused. Although I'd advise you against calling the customers that yourself. Already already being warned by Mr. Dean, I said. Figures. Anyhow, the Hollywood girls are told to concentrate on family groups and dating couples who look over 21. Kids younger than that usually aren't interested in souvenir photos. They rather spend their money on food and arcade games. So the deal is, the girls snapped first, then approached. She did a breathy little Marilyn Monroe voice. Hello, welcome to Joyland. I'm Karen. If you like a copy of the pictures I just took, give me your name and check at the Hollywood photo booth on Hound Dog Way as you exit the park. Like that. One of them took a picture of Linda Gray and her boyfriend at the Annie Oakley shooting gallery, but when she approached, the guy gave her the brush off, a hard brush off. She told the cops later that he looked like he would have taken her camera and broken it if he thought he could get away with it. Said his eyes gave her chills, hard and gray, she said. Miss Shaplaw smiled and shrugged. Only it turned out he was wearing sunglasses. You know how some girls like to to dra- dramatize. All right, we'll leave it as that. Ziggy, Ziggy, stop. So summary: Mrs. Shoplaw is giving Devin the backstory of the horror house murder murder mystery murder story of the girl that got killed. Her name was Lana by apparently her man or boyfriend, but random dude on one of the rides. Yeah, that's all that took for me.